And we are live. Why is no one talking about this? Kyrie Irving is talking about it. Welcome to Head On with Michael. I decided to do this real quick show here because it's news right now. If you haven't heard of who Kyrie Irving is, he is a NBA basketball player, and he's considered a superstar. But it's not what he's done on the basketball court. It's what has been coming out of his conscious mind. And him and like people like Kanye West or Ye, I think even Kyrie's changing his name to identify as a new identity. And I really wanted to bring this up here because we are in a society now where you can only talk about literally a handful of things without being attacked. And I have 2 strikes on me already, so I always have to watch what I say. And so, but there is one who's running it, and we know it begins with a J. And, I can't even say the name because they'll come after you. And, but he's speaking out, and I really wanted to give you a shout out, Kyrie, let you know how much, you're respected for speaking your piece. And that is hard to do, especially when you're a made guy like Kyrie, who's, if I said what Kyrie said, no one's listening. Okay. But they go after the ones who are the influencers. That's the name, influencers. And of course, Kyrie is an influencer. I did a show on Kyrie also. You might check that out. Um, he's been speaking his mind for a while, and his background is pretty excellent. He was raised in Australia, so his background is living outside of the country, seeing outside of the country, and then moving here to the country, the USA. So let's just get in this. I'm going to let it go, let you hear him for a couple of minutes. And then he's on YouTube. He did an Instagram. I'll put the link here where you can go check him out. But let's listen to a bit of some of the truth bombs that he's dropping.
I'm just telling y'all the truth right here, because when I say that my generation and the older generation has to bridge the gap, is because our kids are watching everything that we do. They're watching everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? The kids are watching everything that we do, but we want to put them in the metaverse. We want to put them in front of the TV. We want to put them on Instagram. We want to put them on social media so quick. We want to give them the same diseases that we have right now. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my kids through this system that's designed to distract and demean and destroy character based on race, culture, class. I'm a native and I'm a black man or African man. I had to identify that because that's what was given to me in this Euro-centralized society. I had to identify as a race. I had to identify as a culture. I have to identify what my religion is. But the reason why I'm speaking like this is because to my generation and to the older generation, we can't have this. That's enough talking. We can't have this. This joint can't fly anymore. It can't happen anymore. And I'm called crazy trying to grow up in this Eurocentric society, or this society that holds white supremacy over the top of everything, which was created by them. I never created it. How can I be sane in a society that calls me crazy for trying to live a moral, just life, a principle-led life? I didn't grow up seeing color. I didn't grow up seeing, religion and culture, bro. It was taught to me. It was taught to me. I grew up in school with this stuff. I had experiences. So my generation, like we still deal with it a lot, but our older generation dealt with it far more superior than we did, just because it was way out in the open. Now it's way more guarded and silent and subtle. All these isms and all these definitions that we put out here. And let me direct it back to my point. I can wake up every single day knowing that the system is right in front of me and I'm making money for the system. The system is what I need to survive, right? But the system also created an image of the way you're supposed to be out here, and that's just not reality. That's not reality. The image that's created of who we should be, like look on all these social media websites. Is everybody not trying to be the same? Is everybody not trying to be the same on all these social platforms? Is everybody not trying to be famous? Everybody not trying to be liked? Is everybody not trying? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. But y'all but y'all want to crucify the people that want to make change. But as soon as some shit pop off, everybody runs back. I don't get it. Everybody runs back to their Twitter, to their Instagram, to their TikTok. Everybody runs back to social. You know what I'm saying? Like all everybody just runs back. Nothing gets done, nothing gets changed. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be the only one that's changing this thing, but damn, like millennials, we got to be better. We got to be better. Millennials, our generation, this is for us. And y'all know who I'm talking to. Our generation, 1981 to 1996. That generation and our older generation, I don't want to say older, like age, stuff like that. I'm just saying our more wise generation, our elders ahead of us, they got it. They got us. They're going to protect us. They're going to protect us. But first, we have to reclaim a few things. We have to eat well. That doesn't mean just going vegan. We have to eat well. You have to eat well. You have to treat your body right. You have to treat your mind right. You have to know what you're.
The one thing I like about Kyrie is he's very thoughtful. Now, the message I want to get out from what he said is about the millennials, the ones born between 1981 and 1996. You are the ones that are the grown-ups now. And the generation below you are responsible for. Because you all grew up in the computer age, and also before it. So you had a transition to it. These kids now, they are swamped in it. And now everything is social media and the mainstream media completely controlling it. This election here, while I'm not going to say it wasn't counted right, but if you see all the stuff behind the scenes on how it was done, then it was legal. I don't talk about that. I'll talk about it in another video. But the main thing is his message, and I agree, is the generations have to come together, and that's the oldest ones. And that's why we're headed in the same direction as this administration is. I had predicted that the left was going to win again. And the reason why I felt that the left was going to win again is just they're just ruthless. So they don't leave no stone unturned on their attacks. They had a better battle plan, and they worked it all the way out. And now you see what the results. Now there are some good things that happened, and we just have to keep moving on. But my message to you, ladies and gentlemen, is we're on our own.